Thank you so much for that introduction. We are excited to talk to you about the Clean Room Measurement Playbook. And I think you're going to hear a lot of terms and solutions that you've already heard throughout this conference, unless you're just here for the puppies and you haven't paid attention to any of the sessions. But what we're going to do different is we're going to package them all together and put them into a playbook so you can figure out how they can be useful for your business. And just an agenda check, we're going to look at legacy measurement solutions and how they create data gaps and silos. And then we're going to flip that and we're going to look at the clean room and how that really delivers a unified measurement solution so you can see your entire marketing effort. And then Libby's going to demo the experience so you can see all of this in action and you can see some of the use cases that our clients are already taking today. And we'll close with some key takeaways and next steps so that you can get started on this playbook. And we're all here because we want to have a better understanding of our audiences. If you have a better understanding of your audiences, you're going to have better business outcomes that's going to drive growth for your business and your campaigns. The reality is that most legacy measurement solutions fall short. They were built for a different era when there was less data and it was easier to organize. Now your data is everywhere. It's fragmented, it's across multiple touch points, and it's likely siloed. In fact, 47% of advertisers struggle to consolidate cross-platform metrics. The second issue is data gaps. A lot of measurement solutions have gaps or blind spots where they're not capturing the customer journey or they're not plugged into certain platforms or sites. So you're missing key data to make those strategic business decisions. So it's no surprise that only 38% of advertisers feel confident that they can measure the full customer journey across channels. This results in poor business decisions because you don't have the full data to actually take action on. So how do we solve all of these issues? Well, it starts with the LiveRamp Clean Room, which is built to power measurement and collaboration between you and your key strategic partners. And it does it all without exposing any underlying data. So on one side, you have your brand and enterprise data. On another side, you have your key partners, media partners or CMNs, data providers, agencies, anyone that has key signals that will fill the gaps on your marketing efforts or your customers. You bring those together and you're able to answer key business decisions or questions. You're able to figure out what's your true reach and frequency. You can look at overlaps. You can do some collaboration and co-marketing. You can look at what incremental impact did each partner drive, which channels are performing at the highest levels. And this is all built on 3 core pillars: identity, collaboration, and activation. And everything starts with identity resolution. It's a persistent, privacy-safe identifier that allows you to connect across the ecosystem and work with partners. And in collaboration, you get into the clean room, which we just talked about and we'll learn more about in a minute, but it enables secure collaboration with immediate access to an unparalleled partner network. So you can bring all your data together with your partners and start to develop insights and actions from those insights. That's where the activation pipes come in. You can connect to the activation pipes and drive media performance and start to reach your customers where they are. So before we look at the demo, let's look at the key measurement solutions that LiveRamp offers in the clean room. There's a lot on this slide, but we'll get into more detail within the demo. So it all depends on what you're trying to accomplish. There's different solutions for different goals. So if your brand needs to perform with a specific partner or look at how that partner is performing, then you have media and retail intelligence. It's a one-to-one measurement environment with a publisher or retail media network. And it's going to lead to partner level reach and frequency, conversion, return on ad spend transparency, and clear justification for spend shifts. If you want to see a full unified view of your marketing efforts, cross-media intelligence. It unifies partners, platforms, agencies, and data sellers, everything into one view. And it results in unduplicated reach and frequency. You're getting true incremental sales lift, and you're getting smarter cross-channel budget allocation. This is the full picture. It's what you need in order to have a real full marketing view of everything that's working on your campaigns. And if you just want to unlock deeper insights with a key business partner, Partner Intelligence. It's a dedicated environment for overlap analysis, suppression, enrichment, or custom modeling. You're going to get overlap discovery, co-marketing opportunities, and advanced custom insights that are meant for your business, not off the shelf. So before we get into the demo and I turn it over to Libby, we're going to use a fictional brand, Lace Theory. It's a shoe brand. They sell sneakers and accessories. They have a flagship store, but they also have broad retail distribution. They sell online. They sell through Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, a host of other partners. And they want to move beyond those vanity metrics of which ads converted. And they want to look at which ads actually drive incremental value. They want to identify net new customers, figure out how to reduce their wasted spend, and then focus on those high LTV channels. So I'll turn it over to Libby, and she can show the experience in real time, and we can see some of the use cases that clients are currently using.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. And on behalf of Lace Theory, I'm excited to walk you through the 3 clean rooms that we have set up with LiveRamp today. I think it's also worth mentioning that we are currently using LiveRamp's embedded identity solution to make sure all of our data is on RampID and ready to connect to the clean room. When we first click into our organization's page, you'll notice that all of our clean room solutions are now part of LiveRamp's Connect UI. This makes viewing our data, accessing our clean rooms, segmenting our data, or activating off of insights a streamlined and single platform experience. If we scroll down to the clean room section of the UI and click on data connections, we can see how easy it is to connect to our first, second, and third-party data sources. Whether our data lives in the cloud or in a data warehouse, we're able to connect to that data at source, eliminating the need to actually send that data outside of our walls. If we click into one of our existing data connections, we can see how easy it is to granularly permission each of these fields into our clean rooms. If we click on the Clean Rooms tab, we can see the 3 clean rooms we have set up with LiveRamp today. The first we're going to take a look at is a one-to-one clean room with one of our key publishers, Looper. Our team has been using Looper's conversion API for the last 2 to 3 years, but we've decided that we want to take our measurement a step deeper with them. The clean room provides a privacy-safe environment where publishers like Looper might feel more comfortable sharing more detailed exposure information than they would when sharing logs directly. This allows our team to go in and actually query against the data and be able to decide what queries we want to run and when we want to run them. While this is an example of a one-to-one clean room with a publisher, we're also excited in the future to set up one-to-one clean rooms with collaboration corporations as well. So if we click into the clean room, we're able to see all of those data sets that we configured previously. This is where we would configure them specifically for this clean room. So if we have fields we want to be available within one clean room but not in another, this is where we would set that up. We can also click into our questions to see all of the questions that Looper and Lace Theory have decided to answer within this clean room. In this case, Looper is the question owner and will assign who needs to bring which data sets to answer this question. So if we click into the question, we can see that for this specific query, Lace Theory needs to bring in 2 data sets and Looper needs to bring in 2 data sets. After each respective partner connects their data and assigns the data sets to this question, we're then able to start running reports. You'll also notice that all of the questions are written in plain text and natural language, meaning that anyone from my marketing team can come in and run these queries even if they aren't proficient in coding. When we're ready to run a report, we can click on Report to either schedule a report, run a new report, or view our past reports. If we click into a past report, we're able to see the answer to this question at this specific snapshot in time when we decided to run this question. However, if we click on the Intelligence tab, we're able to see these metrics change over time and find some more visualizations of these reports. So we can start by looking at our reach and frequency. Not only can we see our total brand impressions, our total reach, and our average frequency, we can also scroll down to see more information about our top advertisers, or scroll even farther down to see this broken out at a much more granular level. Another example of some of the insights that we can get from a one-to-one clean room are if we click into our latency and attribution. We can see how long it took for a user to convert after both first and last touch. And you can see here at the top, we can also see our first and last touch attribution, our linear attribution, and our attribution performance comparison. These are really just a few of the insights that we can get by taking a step deeper with one of our key publishers, and we can also action off of these insights as well. We have the ability to activate these insights back to Looper for optimization. Next, we'll take a look at what it looks like to look at our campaign performance across multiple publishers in our cross-media intelligence clean room. For the first time ever, brands like Lace Theory are able to get single deduplicated reporting across multiple publishers. So no more silos, no more questions, just clear and actionable insights. At Lace Theory, we advertise across a multitude of CTV partners, programmatic partners, and TV platforms. And with LiveRamp's orchestration tools, we're able to make sure we have all of the necessary data sets in place to build these cross-media reports. We have the ability to name and define reports. We have the ability to select specific exposures to include. We have the ability to select which dates we want to include, and also be able to choose our reporting cadence. With all of the data in one place, our team's able to run these reports more efficiently. We're able to get to insights a lot more quickly and reduce our overall lift. So if we click into the clean room, you'll see that the setup is very similar to the previous clean room. We have the same data sets. We can click into the questions we're answering within the clean room, and we can go right to our intelligence tab to see all of our visualizations and reports. When we click into the XMI dashboard, we can see that there are two ways to view this data. There's the visualizations, which we'll get to in a second. But again, we can scroll down and see the data broken out a lot more granularly if our team prefers to work with it this way. On this first page, we can see everything related to our reach and frequency. Not only can we see our impressions and reach, but we can also see these broken out by segment and by channel and by creative and by publisher. At Lace Theory, we use our cumulative reach to see how reach builds over time for our key audiences, and we can also use this to see how frequency affects our lower funnel conversions. If we want to take this a step deeper, we can click into our unique and overlapping reach. One of my favorite views that we have access to within the UI is this incremental reach by property. Here, the green represents those who are shown in advertisement on just this property, while the blue represents those who are shown in advertisement across multiple properties. What we can learn from this is that even some of our smaller publishers that might have less overall impressions might actually be having more or higher unique reach. Lastly, we'll take a look at our incrementality. This is showing the conversions that were truly incremental, or those who would not have converted without our media investment. So here, the dark green represents those who converted due to seeing some sort of campaign, while the light green represents those who were expected to convert even without a media influence. As you can see, we can also see how this incrementality changes over time. Again, we're really just scratching the surface of what we're able to see within the dashboard, and also just wanted to point out that we can see other things like audience indexing, attribution, and lift reporting as well. Next, we're going to talk about our third and final type of clean room, which is our retail intelligence clean room. Through off-the-shelf insights and visualizations, brands like Lace Theory are able to discover key consumer and business factors that are really driving our sales. Some of the key things we've been able to learn from this clean room are what's really driving our brand loyalty, and discovering ways for us to maximize that behavior. We're able to find ways to retain and gain customers to our brand. And we're also able to learn more about our category share and learn ways to win back share. The retail intelligence offering really has two main aspects to it. The first is the insights, where we can discover high-level trends and diagnose performance across products, SKUs, and categories. The second is the activation piece, where we can dive a little bit deeper into consumer behavior to build high-value audiences that we can use with high-performing campaigns. When we click into the clean room, we'll go right to those visualizations on the Intelligence tab. Let's start out with our sales equation. Sales equation breaks down all of the key components that are really driving sales, whether it's our frequency, penetration, cost per unit, or shopper count. We're able to sort this by both the brand and supplier, and that filter is also available across a bunch of the other dashboards as well. From this view, we're able to see what's really driving our brand growth. Is it an increase in shoppers? Is it an increase in spend per shopper? Or it could be a change in something like basket size or pricing. One example of how Lace Theory also uses this data is we like to say, let's say our frequency or our spend is lagging, but our penetration is high. It might be time to release some kind of bundle deal or a repeat purchase incentive. Next, we'll take a look at our recency, frequency, and monetary segments. These segments break down users into shopper categories based on key demographics and information like how often they buy, how recently they've purchased, and how much they typically spend. By sorting the users into these very specific audiences, we're able to deliver a much more targeted and personalized experience. One example of how we use this is we like to target our champions to build lifetime value, and we like to target our about to leave users before they churn for good. So we've gotten a ton of information from this clean room, and again, we're really just scratching the surface of some of these insights that we're able to get. We can also look at promo versus non-promo sales. We can look at our brand penetration, and really a ton of other insights from the clean room. Now let's see how we can actually action off of the insights that we've gained from the clean room. Let's say, for example, we want to target those who have purchased with Lace Theory in the past but haven't really made a purchase recently. As you could see in the Intelligence tab, we labeled these as our about to leave customers, and we used that recency, frequency, and monetary segmenting to put them into these categories. We're able to click into our questions and find the question that we used to sort them into that category. Then we're able to click on the three dots and we'll select Enable Segmentation. We'll give this a name and choose Ramp ID as our join key. And then we're able to go back to our home page, and when we click on Build Segment, we're now able to see all of those segments that we created in the clean room and use them for segmentation. So if we click on Add Data to Overlap and go into our data sets, we're able to see that segment that we just created. Then let's say we want to overlap that with some of the data that we already have in LiveRamp's platform. So we've uploaded our CRM data in the past, and we want to overlap it with that data. We can add data again, find our CRM list, and be able to add the different purchase categories that we've uploaded to the platform. Let's say we want to just target athletic shoe buyers. We can name the segment, so about to leave athletic shoe buyers, give it a description, and when we click on Build Segment, we're able to then find that segment with all of the other segments that we've both uploaded and created in the platform. As you can see, I used more of the drag and drop or point and click method, but also worth pointing out that we can use this AI companion as well if we want to use natural language to ask what data sets we have available within the clean room or have it assist us in creating those segments. Once we've created the segments, we can then click on Distribute Data, and we'll see a full list of the publishers that we've distributed to in the past, or we can create a new destination if we want to send to a new publisher. We're able to click into that publisher, find that segment that we just created, and from there we're able to activate the same way that we have been activating our other segments. We're really excited about the 3 clean rooms that we've set up so far, and we're very excited to set up more in the future. And now I'll hand it back to Scott for a couple of key takeaways.
Perfect. Thank you, Libby. So as you can see, it's a full, complete experience with 3 different measurement solutions in there. But if you're going to take away anything from this presentation, there's 3 different things that we want you to remember. that we can unify your audience and measurement into a single platform, single view, so you can see everything all in one place. That we enable clear, customizable reporting that adapts to your business needs. It's not off the shelf. As you can see in the demo, you can do what you need to do in the platform so that you can make sure that you're seeing all customers, all platforms. You can enable some of the AI components to really make this actionable for your campaigns. And then lastly, we power activation across the entire ecosystem. So anything that you're doing in the clean room, you can start to activate it across all of our partner networks, all of our media channels, so that you can hit growth on your campaigns. And in the end, LiveRamp unifies audience and measurement insights, enabling scalable activation with clear, customizable reporting. So we thank you for attending the demo. If you want to learn more, please come and find us. Please reach out. Please reach out to your LiveRamp representative or connect with us after this presentation. Thank you so much.